Good morning, interwebs. It's about 11:30. I have been up since about 6:30-ish. We have already had a super productive day, which is good because we have lots to do. And you can tell we're having a productive day by the not so beautiful outfit. But I do have little orangey clips in my hair that match my shirt. And yes, I know, my hairline has purple dye all over it. I will scrub at it and deal with it some more when I take a shower, but I'm putting off taking a shower today till I'm done with all of the things I need to do. So I shall share with you all of the things that need to happen so you will understand why we are so busy. First of all, you probably hear that sound in the background. That is a shop vac because Steve is vacuuming out our car. Because we are going to need to pack it, number one, so I can go to my craft show, and number two, so that we can drive to California. So, the way our weekend is going to look, today is Friday. I have a ton of canning to do. I think I still have 3 full shelves of tomatoes, and apparently Steve is going to go pick more so that we can pick the last of the ripe ones before we leave for California. I have tomatoes in the canner right now. I have a whole canner full of yellow tomatoes going. I also have a crock pot going full of tomatoes with summer squash, with magna squash in them. They're going to need to go in the pressure canner as soon as they're done kind of cooking down like they are right now. So I need to can a whole bunch of that stuff. I need to put together a little basket of fresh produce to take with us to California to my parents so that they can enjoy that as well. And then tomorrow I have a craft show, which thankfully is very close. It's locally, it's in our town, so I only have to drive 2 miles to it. But I still have to carry all of the stuff, all my craft stuff that is put away in its crates and things. I need to carry it all down from our room where I have it kind of tucked away and carry it all and pack it in the minivan along with whatever I need to set up for my booth. And then tomorrow morning, my plan is to be uptown, which is what we call our, like, downtown area. It's uptown. So I have to get it up there, and I want to be ready to start setting up by like 6:15, 6:30. So I'm going to have to get up early and do that. And Steve's still going to be at work. But again, I'm only 2 miles away, and the kids are going to be asleep, and they will call me if there's an issue. So I need to get all of the stuff packed into the car this afternoon. Steve is going to need to go to bed early tonight because he works tonight after his days off, and so he needs to be able to get up at like 11. So he will go to bed after we have dinner at about 6:30-ish. We had school today, which we're almost done with, which is cool. Though Steve still has to do math with our daughter. But all of my stuff is almost taken care of, which is exciting. Because, yeah, I have the craft show stuff to deal with, and we're clearly close enough to it I can no longer pretend it doesn't exist. And ignore the fact that I have some things to do, which is what I have been basically doing. I'm not trying to make a whole lot of new product for this show because I have plenty on hand. I just need to, and it's even kind of organized because I went to a craft show recently at a farmer's market. So I re-split things up that way, but I still need to just go through as I'm packing it and see what's there. And if I have, I don't know if I have any whips. I think I have a few that just need like stuffing and maybe the head sewed on. And in that case, those things I might try and finish, or I might take them with me and finish them while I'm in my booth tomorrow, because I always like something to work on. So I have that, and then when we get home tomorrow, after the craft show, we will have to pack for our trip. I don't know exactly what time we're going to leave on Sunday. I had thought we were trying to leave around dinner time, but now Steve's saying that maybe we should try and leave earlier. Told him that that's extremely stressful for me. I'm totally on board, and I see lots of reasons we should try and leave earlier, but oh my goodness. Anxiety. So, I told him that we will aim for dinner time, because that time did not freak me out. And if I can get it done sooner, leaving before lunch would be awesome, and we could eat lunch in the car and dinner in the car, because the more events that can happen in the car, the more time we can have on the road without people getting annoyed. And by people, I mean our 3 children, annoyed that they're just riding. Because it's 24 hours approximately of straight drive time between Kansas and where we're headed in California, and Steve and I do it straight through. Because we're crazy like that. But actually with the kids, it works a lot better. Getting a hotel is just, it's expensive, and you know what? Kids don't sleep because they're in the hotel, and all Steve and I want to do is sleep. So we're better off just taking turns sleeping in the car. And we'll sleep when we get to California. So that is kind of what our weekend's looking like. It's going to be incredibly busy and incredibly stressful, and I'm going to have to deal with a lot of people, which I am rapidly figuring out is a lot for me sometimes. Yesterday I was incredibly worn out after we went bowling and ran errands, and we went to Walmart. Walmart always makes me tired, and I was very worn out by the time I got home last night and just exhausted. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Yeah, couldn't focus, couldn't get anything done. So, today, productivity. That's what's happening. And, yeah, I guess the weekend's just going to start, and we're just going to keep rolling and hope that we can stay on top of the ball instead of having the weekend roll right over us. So, wish me luck. So, it is now 11 at night, and I've taken a shower, and everybody's sleeping. And actually, Steve should be getting up here like any minute to leave for work. He ordinarily would have today off, but he switched to get overtime because somebody needed the night off. So, what did I get accomplished today from the big long list I gave you earlier? I got a lot of canning done. I got these done today. The 6 jars in the back are Magda squash with tomato, like sauce, I guess. And then I got 19 quarts of diced tomatoes finished. And the cool thing about that is that that means that I have reached my initial goal, which was to get 104 quarts of diced tomatoes put up. I'm actually at 105, so that gives me a minimum of 2 per week to get me through the winter, which will be awesome. And that's, I guess, to get me through an entire year, which is kind of what we look for, because even though we start getting fresh tomatoes in, as soon as we get fresh tomatoes in, I need to start putting them up for the following year. You know, it's a cycle, so it just kind of never ends. As far as getting ready for the craft show, I have the car, I don't know, more than halfway packed up. I have most of my craft things out there. I need to get my tables out of the garage, but I need to move the car to do that, so I'll just do it in the morning. And I have a little bit, some baskets and stuff that are upstairs that need to come down, but they're in my bedroom, and Steve is currently sleeping up there. So I think that'll be fine. The show doesn't start till 8, and like I said, it's only a few miles away. I do need to get there like kind of early-ish so that I can set up my spot and get a spot, because it's first come, first serve. So I'm aiming to get up somewhere between 5 and 5:30 and be up there by 6:30 so I can start setting things up. So we will see whether that all happens. We did get all of our school stuff done today, so that was good. And I took a nap this afternoon, and that was good. I usually try and take naps, or at least do something like extra to kind of have a little bit of a day off on Steve's days off, because he works 10 on and 4 off usually. And so on his days off, they're kind of like my days off too. So I try and do that, and I think I managed to do that the last 3 days. I took a little extra rest. That was good. But needless to say, the anxiety about this craft show is very, very real, and I am not in good spirits about it. And bedtime was terrible, in part, I think, because the kids are worn out, and they can tell that I'm worn out, and, you know. But it will be better once this is all over, and it'll be over tomorrow at about, I don't know, 2 o'clock. So, I will see you all in the morning and let you know how my setting up and selling and all that good stuff goes. But I will see you tomorrow. Nighty-night. Bye.